Hi, welcome back to the channel. Today we're taking a look at cabin 9525. This is an interior room aboard Royal Caribbean's Navigator of the Sea. So if you're considering booking an interior cabin and want to know exactly what to expect in terms of space, storage, location, this tour is for you. So let's go in. So when you walk into the cabin, the first thing you're going to notice is that it's a fairly typical Royal Caribbean interior stateroom. While there isn't a window or a balcony, the room feels functional and very well designed. As you look over to your right, you notice that there's a little couch there. And you'll see the bed is in the shape of a queen bed right now. You can separate that and make it into two doubles if that's what you're looking for. So right now, let's focus on the sleeping area. The cabin features Royal Caribbean's signature twin beds that can be configured either as two separate beds or pushed together to create a comfortable queen-size bed. And that's what I've left it in right now. I was traveling solo on this trip, so I didn't need the two twin beds. I found the mattress to be comfortable, and there's adequate space on both sides of the bed, kind of adequate space to get in and out. So when I was getting out, I had to just walk to the side and then put my legs over the bed because as you can see there isn't much room to just walk in between the bed and the desk. On either side, you're going to find the nightstand. And of course, there's reading lights. And the reading lights had a couple of different settings. One was pointed directly down at you, and one was more of like a little lamp. So that was really helpful, I found, for reading. And if I had somebody else in the room, it wouldn't have bothered them because the light was fairly focused on where you wanted it to be. In between the mirror there in the bed, right in the center, there's a switch to turn off your overhead lights as well. So you can turn them on by the front door, but you can also turn them off right here. So I found that to be really convenient. And as you notice here, when you're looking on your left-hand side, you'll notice there's a telephone. And that telephone's really good if you want to connect to guest services or to your room steward. So that's really great. And then you'll notice the big mirror in behind. It helps to actually make the room feel bigger, which is a really good thing because, it's not a big room, but it's a very functional room. So let's talk about storage. Because, on a cruise line, storage is everything. You have to keep your cabin fairly well organized. So you need to have the storage in order to get that organization. And cabin 9525 offers a full-length closet for hanging your clothes. But there also, as well as the main hanger, main rod across the top, there were these little ones that you could bring down so you could actually have a double rod in there if you need it. There's shelving for your folded clothes and multiple drawers. So for two guests, there's lots of room. So there's lots of room to put your things, as well as you can store your suitcases right under your bed. They fit absolutely amazingly there. And there's lots of room for your luggage, for your clothes. If you notice on the left-hand side, there's that desk that has the TV unit as well, and then the mirrors that you can go and sit and do your makeup if you need to. But those drawers are also good for putting your clothes and your souvenirs. As well, behind the TV storage, that's where the room safe is. So that's really large enough to store your passport, your wallet, your jewelry, and all other valuables. And underneath there, you're going to find your fridge. So the fridge is very good if you want to bring leftovers, you want to have some juice or some little snackies, because who doesn't need snackies when you're on a cruise ship? So you can store things there. So across from the bed, just at the foot of the bed, that's where you're going to find that desk. And it's a desk entertainment area. So it serves several purposes. One is getting ready in the morning, and you could work on nice and comfortably there to work on a laptop if needed. That's where I put my charging devices. So there was your plugins there, so you can put your charging devices there and have them handy for when you need them. And of course, you can always watch TV. So there's movies, there's ship information, there's information about what's going on around the ship is also on your television, as well as excursion, bank, your account balance, the daily activities, where the ship is. So all of those things you can get on your television. Now we're going to go to the bathroom. So let's take a look at the bathroom. Like most cruise ship bathrooms, it's compact, but it's very, very efficient. Inside, you're going to find a shower with sliding doors, which is a bonus in my world, because you don't have the curtain sticking to you, so that works out a lot better. There's a sink with storage underneath, a mirror, and then the shelving unit. So the shelving units are great for hiding your toiletries and things like that you want to keep in your bathroom. Of course, there's a toilet, and then there's all sorts of towel racks. The shower is one area where you'll definitely notice on a cruise ship, because it's not as big and comfortable as it is at home. But this one was big enough that you didn't have to turn the water off in order to soap up and rinse off. So I found it to be quite sufficient for a week or a month at sea. Let's talk about location, because location is everything. So one of the big advantages of 9525 is it's located on deck 9. That means it's 2 down from going to the pool areas, the hot tubs, and also the buffet. So the windjammer is just 2 flights up, which is really good because then you don't have to take the elevator. You can always take the stairs. And taking the stairs on a ship is a really good thing to do because you know you're going to be eating a little bit more than you normally do. It's not quite midship, this room. It's more front, but it's not so far front that you have a long jaunt to do. So you're going to find it convenient because it is near the elevators, it is near the stairs, the dining venues, and then the entertainment venues are down, but it's not in a high traffic location. So being not in a high traffic location really helps with this cabin as well. Who should book this cabin? Who is it ideal for? Well, it's a perfect cabin if you're a budget conscious cruiser, such as myself. I am retired. Budget is what I always am paying attention to. And I want to cruise more and spend less. When you go to an inside cabin, I believe all you need it for is to shower, get ready for your day, and to sleep. I don't spend a lot of time in my cabin. So if you're budget conscious and you don't want to spend a lot of time in your cabin, then this would be perfect for you. If I want to do something that I would have a balcony for, I could always go to deck 4 on this ship, and there are lounges out there, and I can sit there and watch the ocean if that's what I choose to do. It's also good for guests who want to spend most of their time exploring the ship, which is exactly where I fit in as well. I want to be out and about. I want to go to the shows. I want to go to the pool, the hot tub. I want to be enjoying the dining, the casino. I want to enjoy the ship. So it's really good for those people too. First-time cruisers, it will give you a taste of what cruising is about. So you will be saving some money, but you'll get to know if you really like cruising. Families as well, because you can book multiple cabins that are all together and be close to each other, but still be saving some money with multiple families. Or anyone who prioritizes itinerary over the cabin type. If where you're going is more important to you because you're going to get off the ship and be able to explore these beautiful new places, then that might be for you as well. If you're only using your room for sleeping, showering, and getting ready, then an interior cabin can offer tremendous value. What are my final thoughts? Overall, cabin 9525 on the Navigator of the Sea delivers exactly what most cruisers need. It's a clean, comfortable, practical space to relax after a day of adventure. And while it doesn't offer the views of a balcony cabin, the savings can be substantial, allowing you to spend more on your excursions, specialty dining, maybe even your next cruise. So if you've stayed in cabin 9525 or another interior cabin on Navigator of the Sea, let me know what your experiences were in the comments below. And if you found this tour helpful, be sure to like, subscribe, and check out my other Royal Caribbean ship tours, cabin reviews, and cruise tips. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next cruise adventure. And remember, if not now, when?